Welcome to my ice cream adventure. For Halloween, I decided to visit the Museum of Ice Cream in downtown Chicago, located on the end of the Magnificent Mile. I thought it was really cool at the entrance where it was set up like the different transportation systems within Chicago. So there was the subway station and then also the bus station. The coolest part was the map actually had different sprinkle and ice cream flavors and topping names instead of the typical real names that you expect. I even got to rename myself with an ice cream flavor name like Sprinkle Spears. I then got to move into the mock ice cream subway train, and it was cool because it was a pink concept, and they even gave you little newsletters that was called Inside the Ice Cream Scoop, and it told you little facts about the ice cream. I thought it was also fun that this entire experience you are offered 5 different types and forms of ice cream, and it's unlimited. There's coolers everywhere where you can go in and grab ice cream, and there's more than 12 different sensory and interactive experiences in all these rooms. This is an add-on where you got to go in the lab and actually make your own ice cream flavor, and it was cool because on the wall there was almost like a periodic table of elements, but instead of elements it was of ice cream, and it had different ice cream flavors. But for the more detailed flavors on the other side of the wall, it actually listed out all the different flavors, from the typical ones of classical chocolate and vanilla to fruity and nutty, as well as sour and sweet. The first room in the experience was the cherry room, and it was very fun to see all the cherries dangling from the top. I absolutely loved how vibrant all the colors were, and I really felt like I was in a Barbie Playhouse almost. The image on the side was also really cool because it was almost like a town, and because it was during Halloween, there was lots of bugs and spider webs everywhere. The next room I went into was the jelly bean room, and it was really cool because the flavor for this room was jelly bean flavored ice cream, and the entire wall had wallpaper from ceiling to floor of the different flavored jelly beans. There was even tic-tac-toe and different cards and fun facts along the wall as well, and I think it was just a really fun thing. I think it was very considerate of them to have gelato and dairy-free options as well, and since it was during the Halloween season, there was also free candy. The next room had a wall of different magnets where you could list out what you were grateful for, and I think it was cool because another wall said all the areas around the countries that people who were visiting the museum were from, so I think that was fun. And the special flavor in this room was pecan and coconut, and I think it was really cool because each of the rooms had multiple different options of ice cream flavors in case you didn't like one versus the other, and all the servers were very well educated on what the ingredients were. And this next room was really cool because it told the whole story of Dove ice cream. And there was even a place to churn the ice cream. And a video showcasing how the ice cream is being made. And against the wall, they also had things that look like ice cream scoops, but if you open them, underneath it told you what country this flavor is popular in. I particularly loved the next room. It almost looked like a carnival room, and I felt like I was in It's Raining Spaghetti and Meatballs, but instead of the spaghetti and meatballs, it was donuts and cake and just frosting. It was just such huge life-size decorations everywhere, and this actually was a putt-putt golf, so you could play that here as well. So it was just, there's a lot going on, and it was super cute to see. It was like a hot dog stand in the back, but instead it would be a pink hot dog bun with ice cream and mustard and pickles, and surprisingly actually tasted pretty good. Never thought I'll say that, but it was definitely very unique, and I loved it. The next room, continuing on with the whole carnival and playhouse vibes, there was an elephant with sprinkles on it, there was whack-a-mole, and there was even basketball. And in the corner There was also, instead of having a typical area where prizes are given and having a prize booth, it was actually where the ice cream was, and I think that was really fun that they kind of set it up in that way. The flavor in this room was fruity, and I think it was fun because they even had a fortune teller that would tell you your ice cream fortune. So for example, this one was saying that she's gonna have a flavorful and tasteful day, and the very end of the whole experience was a sprinkle pool. So instead of having a ball pit, there was just a sprinkle pit, and it definitely was very relaxing jumping in and laying there and just being like submerged in all the sprinkles. Definitely laid there for several minutes, but it was somewhat hard to get out of because it's very slippery. It's my fun adventure, and I got to bring Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars with me home. Definitely recommend, and it was $25 during the week and $33 for the weekends.